Texas, at the beautiful beach. That's definitely going to be a show.
Absolutely, 100%. But yeah, so I'm a man of my word, and I made a promise to all of our esteemed listeners that every time that WWE did the weird triple threat tag team thing, I was going to show Mikey my ass. So, Mike, get ready for my ass again.
All right, well, I'm just going to move on and say what I have to say about this match while I'm not looking. So, Rusev Day, Aiden English, the savior, the hero for Rusev Day. Just when you thought it was over, Aiden English, you thought he was out, he brings you back in. Aiden English saves this. Rusev gets the pin, and I'm so pumped for Rusev Day versus The Bar next week.
Yeah, Rusev Day versus the New Day, question mark. Also, Aiden English, I think he looks like the villain in a cheap made-for-TV vampire movie. He looks like one UV ray of sun would sunburn his whole body. Just things that come to my head when I'm watching Aiden English wrestle. Typical things.
I agree. That's cool. Yeah, Aiden English, he was Rusev's hero. And I got another hero for you.
Lay it on me.
It's the Mexican Jesus. At least for Miz it was. The Jesus Christ, El Idolo. He saved Miz and Maurice from getting destroyed by Brie and Brian. And it was something special. El Idolo sacrificed himself for the truth. Not the truth, not our truth. Screw our truth. For the Miz. And it was perfect. Such a kind, respectful move to help out a vet.
Yeah, I'm a little confused why they keep burying Almas and Zelina Vega, because they're like, in my opinion, they are going to be the future of this company, because god damn it, they're so fucking good. But like why do you keep having, I understand that Daniel Bryan's more important now and stuff, but why do you have to bury Andrade Almas? Why can't you just have him granted they had him last week when he came out the first time, they had him put up a pretty damn good fight. But, I don't know. I just feel like a feud between the two would do a lot more for both of them. A full-on feud.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see what he can get.
Yeah.
I don't think he's buried. He's got plenty of time. He's still young. I mean, it's one thing to lose a match to Daniel Bryan, who's probably most people say is one of the best guys in the company.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You're right. Mike, you had any other thoughts on anything that happened this week in WWE?
AJ Styles, Samoa Joe was okay.
Yeah, I kind of thought that it was cool that for once it wasn't AJ that was getting outsmarted because he just had this blind rage. I thought it was cool that Joe showed up and was like, "Hey, the barbecue was a false, it was a little diversion over here. It was a watch this hand, then I'm going to slap you over here." And he comes out in the ring expecting to just have his way and talk, all about how AJ's garbage and his family is, should be expecting him home any minute. And then AJ came out, and for a second there, Joe looked like he was actually afraid, and I kind of liked that.
When Wendy got in AJ Styles' head, she said, "Hey, we ain't taking no more of this Joe crap." And then AJ Styles said, "Who's your daddy?" And she said, "AJ." And then AJ just sprinted out there and saved the day.
That's actually, I think, exactly how it happened. I follow Wendy on Twitter, and that's what she said. So,
yeah, I think it was okay. It was cool. AJ finally got his revenge, and he kicked his ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited for it. Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. So, Mike, you want to talk about Mixed Match Challenge a little bit coming back up, returning September 18th, I think?
Sure, and we can talk about Mae Young.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. So, Mixed Match Challenge, yeah, the date is correct. September 18th, immediately following SmackDown Live on Facebook Watch. A lot of the same teams are coming back. So, Alexa Bliss, Braun Strowman is one that comes to mind. I think who was the one from SmackDown that's the same?
I can't remember that well. You're going to have to lead this. I'm not a big mixed match tag team person. Okay. No, I'm just not into the challenge. I like the mixed tags. I'm just not really into the whole show. I know you liked it a lot last year.
Yeah, I really, really did. So, excuse me for a second while I look it up. But I know there's a lot of other cool partners that are coming up. Oh, Miz and Asuka, that's who it was.
Oh, yeah, Miz and Asuka.
Miz and Asuka coming back. they obviously were the returning champions last year. Some other cool pairings that I of note: Sasha Banks and Bobby Lashley going to be pairing up.
It should be, it'd be a good one. Elias and Alexa Bliss. We saw that sexual tension on Monday night.
Hey, might have been a little sexual tension, but also I just am waiting for Buddy Murphy to come out and destroy Elias, and or maybe also Braun Strowman? Question mark. We know there was a little bit of chemistry there in the Mixed Match Challenge last year. I thought it was all right.
It's a cool show. I'll watch it. I'll give it a watch. I love some good old wrestling.
It's a fun show. It's not like, it doesn't take itself too seriously. All the matches are really funny. Like, they had, like, a good, like, fun factor to them and stuff like that. So, I always enjoyed it. It's not, like, the most wrestle-heavy show, but it's a good wrestling show, It's entertaining, if nothing else. And that's, I think, the best thing that's one of the best things I think that professional wrestling can be is entertaining. So,
I agree. I think it's fantastic. You got anything else you want to add to it?
No, let's talk some Mae Young Classic.
Oh, Mae Young Classic. I love tournament-style wrestling. Tournament-style wrestling is like one of my favorites. My favorite concepts. And it's just cool. I love meeting all these new girls that I've never seen compete before from all over the world. They all can go, and they all just put on great matches. And it's good. We get a little bit of cool backstories, and we get to learn who these girls are. And if you want to go follow them outside of that, go follow them outside of that. It's good to expand the brand. Good for wrestling.
It is. I think that's one of the cool things that that's one of the things I like about it is that it's not just like a WWE thing. Like some of them are from WWE, but like a lot of them are from like other like independent promotions. Like Candice LeRae last year, she was not signed to WWE when she competed. She signed afterward, obviously. Tessa Blanchard, I think, too, was in it last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really cool show. I'm like you, Mike, big fan of tournament wrestling. It's a good way to get to know like the up and comers of the world, I suppose, of the wrestling world, and some that are returning.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone in particular you want to talk about, Mike, or you just
going into it, I don't really even know that much who's competing. Just kind of in for the ride and just see who I like.
That's good. Caitlyn is making a return to WWE. That'll be pretty cool, I think.
I'm currently watching it right now. Rhea Ripley versus MJ Jenkins. Rhea Ripley looks like a badass. She's got the crazy collar, the choker collar thing on. She's got a nose piercing. She looks badass. MJ Jenkins, she's just cool. It's a really awesome name. And they're putting on a pretty good match.
That's good. I think if I was going to pick one person to watch for, it would be former American Ninja Warrior standout Casey Catanzaro. I think that's how you say her name. But she was a stud on that show. She's one of those like freak athletes who can do whatever. So look for her to, maybe not like make it super, super far in the tournament, but definitely to entertain. I think she's about to start doing more like NXT stuff too, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I love it. It's good for your wrestling. It's good to have different stuff on. Check out. But we'll be covering that.
Yeah.
I'll try and write a Mae Young Classic blog tonight and post it tomorrow.
That'd be good. Like we said, variety is a good thing in life, and I think Mae Young Classics are a really cool thing that they do to like kind of just not necessarily spice it up, but it's something different, and different's good. It's a break from just watching Raw and SmackDown and NXT every week. It's a good little break, just some good old fashioned tournament style wrestling.
Yeah. All right. I think that's the show.
I think that was a pretty good show. So, Mike, you got anywhere else, or you want to just go ahead and close this bad boy?
I'm good. You want me to close it, or you want to take care of it?
You go ahead and close this one since you opened it.
All right. Well, that was the show. Follow us on Twitter at TablesTLP. Like and subscribe. 5-star comments. Share with your friends, your grandparents, your moms, dads, your wrestling, people that you sit next to at the shows. Make some signs for us. Who cares, man? Promote the brand. Promote wrestling. And that's all I got.
Top guys out.
Top guys out.